That's great. So let's assume that we have addressed our soil fertility in our soil-based greenhouse or high tunnel, but we still want to deliver some soluble nutrients or other amendments during crop production. Very valuable tool to help us do that is an injector, a fertilizer injector. And so I'm going to lay out the basics of this system here real quick. You can see here our hydrant. This happens to be what we call a frost-free hydrant, so it withstands cold temperatures. So this is our water source right here. This then flows through some plumbing up to our injector. Our injector has a bypass option if I don't want to run the injector itself, but in this case the valve is open, so the water pressure is going to drive a piston inside of this injector, and that piston will siphon up water through this hose, or I should say a fertilizer solution through this hose, which is then delivered at a known proportion out through this end of the injector to our irrigation system. And generally what we're talking about is a drip irrigation system or a irrigation system that has drip emitters into to each individual plant or possibly containers. These injectors come with either fixed rate or variable rates of injection. So if it's variable, I could go from, say, a proportion of 1 to 20 or 1 to 200. The fixed rates are going to be set generally at 1 to 100. When I say 1 to 100, what I mean is 1 part of my fertilizer solution will be diluted by this injector to 100 parts of water. And so if I know the relative nutrient value of my fertilizers and I know the proportion at which I'm injecting, I can come up with a known fertilizer rate, say 100, 125, or 150 parts per million. And oftentimes we're looking at nitrogen as the guiding nutrient to set that parts per million. So this is an injector. I think it's one of the most important things you can have in your greenhouse if you want to grow a good crop.